Hey, how you doing today? I am Taquila Coleman. In today's video, I'm going to answer one of our God ordained future husband question he sent in via our God ordained marriage website. So let's jump right into his question. Is God not allowing me to get a job? So I haven't had a job since June. It was a temporary month job from my high school's workforce program that my mom put me in. I've been applying to more than 10 jobs at least, had some interviews with them, but they never reached back to me. Recently, I did apply to a job and had an interview with them, which is called Five Below. I would appreciate prayers if it's the right job for me, if you feel led. But it feels like God doesn't want me to have a job. It's already almost December, which means second semester of school is almost near. I'm in my senior year of high school and I really need a job so that I can move out of my parents' house into my own apartment after graduation as soon as possible because my family get toxic most of the time, which I discussed to you in the recent live video. I'm also trying to find online jobs while I'm waiting to be hired at a real job. I just feel hopeless that I'll never get a job before school ends and I don't really want to stay with my family. I want to be alone for a whole year so that I can completely heal myself from their toxicity before dating anyone. Sorry if this seemed like a long explanation. Do you have any advice on how I can get a job and if God might not want me to have one? And what would He want me to do that's not a regular restaurant store job? Hope you can help and thank you for all the advice you give us. Okay, so thank you for sending in your question. I want to start off with Proverbs chapter 10. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4. It say, lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Let me read that again. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands brings wealth. Okay. So as we are reading this scripture, we see that, God is for us working. Okay. He may not be, he may not want you to go work at a job because maybe he placed certain skills and gifts and talents on the inside of you that he's waiting on you to tap into. But right here in this verse is telling us when our hands are diligent, when we are working our land, when we are, doing of everything God has called us to do, right? It will bring wealth into our life, right? So what you are dealing with here is when doors are closing and they're not opening up for you, that is a time for you to create your own door, right? This is a time for you to look within. What are my skills? What are my gifts? What are my natural talents, right? What is it that I'm good at doing? What is it that I know how to do? Once I get clear on these things, okay, who are the people that need my skills, gifts, talents, and abilities, right? Now I gotta place my skill set in front of the people who need it, right? So that in exchange they can pay me, to help solve their problem. This is how this process works, right? And it might take time for you to build, your own business or even, just pursue your dreams. But what is clear is right now you are in a season where when you are applying to these jobs, the door is now opening. So just staying in this season and doing nothing, you're going to continue to get the same result. So now let me go ahead and think outside of the box. Let me go ahead and look within and see, okay, identify what are my skills, gifts, abilities, and talents, right? That I can tap into. We are in, this online space, right? I'm not sure what your gifts are, but if you have the gift of counsel, if you are good at writing or editing, right? These are gifts. These are skill set you can put online and begin to offer these as services to others. Okay, and in exchange, people will pay you for it. Okay, so I just want you to look within, okay, and just identify what are you good at? What are your natural talents? What can you do right there from you're living with your parents? What can you do right there from your parents' home that can bring in income for you? Now you ask the question, What would he want me to do that's not a regular restaurant store job? What I do know is I do want you to take that question to the Lord, but I can tell you this. God wants all of us to tap into our purpose. He wants all of us to begin to identify the spiritual gifts on the inside of us. He wants us to look at the very thing that comes easy and natural to us, because that is your calling, like that's your talent, right? That's the very thing that God has placed on the inside of you to help solve people's problems in this world. It's the very thing that's going to make room for you and bring you before a great man. He wants us to look within. So this is why I'm suggesting for you to look within, okay? But take that question to the Lord and ask God, but what would you want me to do versus having a restaurant store job? And be honest with God. If you don't want to work a restaurant store job, tell him, I don't want to do this. I prefer to do X, Y, and Z, and see what God say. Wait for God, wait for God to answer you after you pray. And whatever God places on your mind to do, then go ahead and do it. Okay. So that is my advice and my recommendation. I am Taquila Coleman. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a positive comment. I'll talk to you all real soon. Take care.